The latest ArtNet intelligence report is out, and now we're taking it live. On April 8th, Editor-in-Chief Naomi Ray joins award-winning senior reporter Katya Kazakina for a virtual conversation unpacking the report's key findings. Tap the link in the show notes to reserve your spot. I'm Margaret Kerrigan, and this is Art Market Minute from ArtNet Pro. It's Monday, April 6th. ArtNet's latest intelligence report, The Year Ahead 2026, reveals that auction sales bounced back at the tail end of last year. But will that growth continue, or was it just a blip? I did some number crunching for the report's data dive section, and here are my big takeaways. Fine art sales at auction totaled $11.7 billion in 2025, a 13% increase over 2024. That's the first time the amount of money spent at auction has increased since the market hit $16.6 billion in 2021. But a lot of that was concentrated at the very top end of the market due to some majorly expensive lots at New York's marquee sales in November, rather than overall growth. 9 of the most expensive works of art sold globally at auction in 2025 were traded in the Big Apple in just 3 days between November 17th and 20th. They earned a combined $709.5 million, which is roughly 13% of the U.S.'s total auction sales for the year. Additionally, 6 works were knocked down for more than $50 million in 2025 versus just 3 in 2024. Among last year's top lots was Gustav Klimt's portrait of Elizabeth Lederer from the estate of Leonard Lauder, which fetched $236.4 million at Sotheby's in November. This rarefied tier of works, or those over $50 million, is extremely changeable and supply-dependent, so it's unclear whether we will see similar sums fetched this year. The U.S. remained the largest art market globally, with fine art auction sales generating $5.4 billion in 2025, up 25.3% year over year. President Trump's tariffs created volatility in the art trade early on, but tech-fueled stock market gains and the prospect of lower inflation boosted spirits in the second half of the year. Now, however, U.S. and Israel's war with Iran has once again created geopolitical uncertainty and trade disruption, which could negatively impact some of that momentum. China remained the second biggest global market, although its auction sales totals continued to decline by nearly 11% year over year, as other Asian and emerging markets, like the Gulf, continue to grow. Although still in third place, the UK market grew 11.3% year over year. Meanwhile, France's sales grew over 23%. When it comes to auction categories, the Impressionist and Modern genre overtook post-war and contemporary to become the most lucrative art market segment, as collectors continue to favor well-known names amid a more cautious market. It generated $4.7 billion in sales, a 29.5% increase from 2024. The only category to see continued contraction was the ultra-contemporary sector, which encompasses art made by artists born after 1974. That's the 4th year in a row that it has continued to cool, bringing in $229.9 million in total sales, a 26.5% drop from 2024. The average price for an ultra-contemporary work at auction also tumbled to a decade low and has fallen 72.4% from its pandemic-era peak in 2021, when raging speculation fueled that category. You can download the entire intelligence report for free on news.artnet.com. Also on April 8th, join the ArtNet team to unpack the report's key findings and its juicy cover story on the rise of private auctions by Katya Kazakina. You can join the virtual event by registering at the link in our show notes. I hope to see you there. Art Market Minute is produced by Sonia Manalili and me, Margaret Kerrigan. Thanks for listening, and see you next week.